I'm Marian Guinn with MG Coaching and Consulting, and I'm hired by big-hearted leaders committed to making the world a better place, but who are frustrated with confusion and that can turn into chaos in the workplace. What they want is to build highly engaged, effective teams to propel their missions forward. I do a lot of work with boards of directors, and one thing that I find pretty universal is the opportunity to more clearly communicate the expectations that board members have for each other and that organizations have for their board of directors. And so I want to ask you, if you're serving on a board or you're new to a board, do you really know what the expectations are? And if you do, how do you know that? Is it because they were clearly communicated in advance of your accepting the invitation? Or you had a really thorough orientation? Or have you just kind of learned and picked up things as you went along? I find that boards that spend some upfront work being very detailed and thoughtful around what are the most important ways for board members to be engaged, deliver more for their organizations, and also have a higher level of satisfaction among members of the board. So if you're confused or it isn't really clear, what can you do? Perhaps you suggest this as a topic of conversation or an agenda item at your next board meeting. Or maybe you just have an offline conversation with the leadership of the board or the leadership of the organization. As I work with boards, once expectations are clearly communicated and understood, I think the next opportunity for enhancement is to develop a tool to hold board members accountable. So it's my belief that people join boards because they want to bring their knowledge and their expertise and maybe their contacts to an organization whose mission really excites them. Once they get on the board, it's sometimes so confusing and they have a hard time figuring out exactly how they're supposed to fit in. If you have clearly communicated expectations and you hold each board member accountable with some sort of reminder or update on where they are at different points in the year, it is so much easier for them to fulfill their promises or their commitments. And the board in all is much more effective. So having a conversation around how the board you're on would like to hold itself accountable can take you far. Being clear on expectations, holding each other accountable, and then reassessing, evaluating the board and the individual members of the board on a regular basis can create a board that is much more engaged and much more effective for the organization and the important mission that it serves. If you have questions or want to discuss any of the things that I shared, please feel free to reach out to me. You can through our website, mgcoachingandconsulting.com. I hope to talk with you soon. Bye.